Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you something on Clever. So if you log into your Clever account, um, you'll be able to see your teacher's profile. This is for my students, so they can see my name. And then if you scroll down, you can see the K-5 resources, which is where you get the worksheets for ELA and math that your teachers have been posting. And if you keep going down, this should look very, very familiar. Imagine Learning, Lexia. You can use both of those. You should be using them at least 3 days a week. And then there's also this app called Reach for Reading, which is our reading program. So if you click on that, it will take you to a new page. It might ask you to allow Flash Player or Adobe. Your password should be saved. If not, your username is your lunch number and then BPS, and then your password should be your lunch number and your initials. Otherwise, ask your teacher for it. So the first thing I want you to check is at the top, it should say your teacher's name. So my students, it should say Sullivan. Some students have two teachers on here, so I just want to make sure you click Sullivan if you're in my class. So right here, the students can click on the book. So this is our Reach for Reading. This is our reading textbook that we use during the school year. So you can click on Student Volume 1. This is the book that we used at the beginning of the year, and now we're on Book 2. So if they click on that, they'll be able to go through every single page in the book. And then over here, the Read on Your Own books, which most teachers use to read all together in groups. We have a whole class set of them. And you're going to go down. We're on Unit 7 right now. But the kids can feel free to go back to units before if they really liked a specific one, or maybe their teacher didn't get to reading one of those books and they really are interested in it. So you could click on different ones. I'm actually going to read this story. See, I have the book right here. I'm going to read this tomorrow on Tuesday. So if you wanted to follow along, you could click on the book and flip through it as I'm reading it. So I'm going to click on the student book 2. So you can see every single page in the book on here. So you could click this arrow and flip through and get every single page of the intro. But if you go to the contents, you can see which unit we're on. So we're on Unit 7. It's called Then and Now, and it's on page 138. So at the bottom right here, I'm just going to erase that, and I'm going to type in 138, and then I'm going to click Enter. This takes us to a page that might look familiar because Mrs. Soden read it on Monday. It says Then and Now, and we have our new question. What is the difference between then and now? And kids can flip through these pages, and they can see different pages that we will go over in school. And then they can also listen to songs on here, which is great. So if you just click the MP3 or the music
Listen
CD.
to this song. It is called Call Me.
I think it would be great to hear your voice.
Okay, I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to sing the whole thing for you guys. So next, a great feature I love is you can have the story read to you. So if you click the sound button.
Communication, Then and Now by Robin Nelson.
And it will read the whole story to your child. So this is something they could do independently, hopefully. So I'm going to click the next page. And then I'm going to click right here, this little mouse. It says Comprehension Coach. I'm going to click on that. And this is a great feature.
A selection.
Okay, so it has all of the books. So I'm going to go back to Communication Then and Now.
To answer questions while you read, click the red Q icons. To practice reading out loud, click Record.
Okay, so you could record yourself reading. I know that's going to be very similar to how Imagine Learning has you record your reading. So if you click this button, it will read it to you. And then we turned on Comprehension Coach. So what that does is it asks you questions. So if I click on that, a question comes up.
When you communicate with others, you are quiet and do not talk. Share news and ideas. Eat meals together.
Wonder what it is. Communicate. I don't think that means you're quiet. I think it's share news and ideas. So once you click it, you click submit, and it tells you if you got it right or wrong, which is awesome. So the kids can do that. Okay, I'm going to click Quick Coach. Okay, I'm going to go back to the home page. It might take a little while to load. Okay, I'm going to go back to these books and show you what it looks like when you click on a read on your own book. So I'm actually going to click on the book that I'm going to read on Tuesday. So Up in the Sky, Eyes in the Sky, and very similar. They can flip through the pages. Okay, and this also, does it have comprehension?
Choose a selection.
It does have comprehension coach, so they could also do that. Just comprehension coach is a great way to manage your reading, make sure you're understanding everything that you're reading and listening to. I'm gonna go home. So the digital library, if you click on it, there's a lot of different pictures and just different things for them to do. If you click on this game, you can play different games from different units. So you could go back to an earlier unit that we did in the fall and review. Resources, if you click on it, has a Reach for Reading book. And you can click on different units. You can watch the background videos, which help show you what the unit's going to be about. So unit 1 was all about my family. So if you really liked that unit, you could go back to it. You can watch that little video clip. There's the different Sing With Me's. So you could listen to the different songs. They don't show you a picture of it, which is why I like the book option better that I just showed you.
Listen to this song.
Click home. Takes a little while to load, but that's okay. We can be patient. All right, so another thing I want to show you is my assignments. So the kids in my class, I assigned them some assignments already. So if you're not in my class, just hang tight. So my kids, I assigned them and I made the due date May 22nd, which might seem really far away, but our units are 4 weeks long. So I just made the due date at the end of the unit. So if you click on it, it gives you a little description of it. So I said we're going to listen to Mrs. Soden's read aloud on Class Dojo and the communication then and now and complete this worksheet. So when you click on it, it opens a new tab and it pulls up the worksheet for it. And it's really great because you can type in it. So once it loads, you'll be able to see how you can type in it. And then you just save the document. You can download it and save it to your computer and then send it to your teacher, or you could print it and handwrite on it. Or if you don't have a printer, you can also just take a plain piece of paper and write the answers on that. That's totally, I'm sure your teacher will not mind. I know I would not mind. So Miss Sullivan, it's a great way to practice your typing skills. So this worksheet has the identify main idea and details. People communicate in different ways. So that's the main idea. That's what the whole story is mainly about, how people communicate. And in these 3 boxes, they want you to list different ways that they communicate. So we can say people communicate by talking on the phone. Okay. Then I need a period at the end of my sentence. Okay, so then you could just save it to your computer. It will download and save it, or you could print it. Okay, but if you X out of it, I'm pretty sure it will just get deleted. I think that's the only way to save it. So I'm going to X out. We can go back to our other assignments. I assigned my kids a few different ones. They could go back home. Okay, I think that's about it, but feel free to email me or comment any questions or concerns, okay? Have a great day.